Alright, let's get started. Hi, I'm Bill, and if this is the first time dropping into our channel, welcome. Lori's off visiting with her mom. We've been away for a few days on a 4th of July camping trip. The purpose of this video today is to share with you our experience. We purchased this DC compressor refrigerator freezer on Amazon, and everything I'm going to show you here today, I'll put the links in the description to the items on Amazon. And we were going on a camping trip, and we're going to go inside our Class B camper van, which happens to be a 2021 Winnebago Solus, and I'm going to show you how we use this BougeRV 53 quart refrigerator freezer, DC powered compressor refrigerator to supplement our ability to carry food items that needed to be protected, so we can then serve several meals over the holiday weekend. This video is more a practical experience type video. I will share some information that's technical in nature, but you can go to the BougeRV website and get complete specifications. And starting off here with it in the back of our Honda Element E-Camper, because we're going to go to dinner at a friend's house down in Los Gatos, California, and I wanted to bring some chilled beer or a dessert, so I just threw it in the back of the Honda Element. And as you see here, I'm using our new Jackery Explorer 1000 power station to power it. I also powered it with the smaller Jackery Explorer 240. It's a 200 watt power station, so you can power it with that as well. And you know, to cut to the chase, overall it got the job done for us over the holiday weekend camping trip. So again, let's see here. There's not a lot I'm going to necessarily show you here. Well, I'll show you the inside here. Should be able to see that. Basically, have one big compartment and then a smaller compartment, and then there is a divider that we can take out, and then this basket will also come out. And what I've been using to monitor temperature, which I will get into, there's some variation between what the display on the BougeRV is showing and what actual temperature is inside as recorded by this type of a thermometer that's made for refrigerator and freezers. But again, overall, the solution worked for us. Let's see if there's anything else I want to get into here. Probably not. So now I'm going to edit in the next set of footage where I'm going to take this BougeRV 53 quart DC powered compressor refrigerator. I'm going to take it into our Solus, and I'm going to show you how I carry it, and when we're parked at the campsite, how I position it within the camp, our Solus, our camper van, the Class B. All right. Okay, so I moved the BougeRV 53 quart refrigerator freezer into our Winnebago Solus 59PX. It's a 2021, and essentially a Class B camper van. And when we are traveling, I put it right behind the driver's seat in front of these two jump seats here that you might be able to see. Now I generally flip it around the other way, but for this demonstration I wanted to show you some of the controls and everything. First thing I want to mention is the power cord, which I'm using a DC power cable that came with the BougeRV 53 quart refrigerator freezer, plugged right into our 12 volt DC system that's solar powered in our camper van. So it's 11 feet long, so that is a nice length. It really worked out very well, because I'll show you the other orientation that we when we actually make it to camp and we're set up and we're going to be there for a bit, I then flip this this BougeRV DC powered compressor refrigerator in between these seats. And I'll show you a shot of that in a moment. But what I did want to point out is down below here. I also wanted to say that this comes also with an AC adapter, so you can power it up in your house to get it cold and then move it out into your car or your camper van or your RV and then plug into your DC power. So it does come with a nice AC cable as well. Let me turn off my fan here in case it's creating any noise. Now, one of the things that you'll see here, hopefully, battery protection. So since many people may use this in a car, a vehicle that doesn't necessarily have a solar system, and they'll be working off their engine battery, there are several settings here, low, high, and medium, that correspond to this chart here. So that's to protect your car battery if you're using it in a car. So if the BougeRV compressor refrigerator detects that your car battery is dropped below a certain point, it'll cut it off. So again, we don't plan on using it off the car battery. That's why we have the Jackery 1000 and the Jackery Explorer 240. Now the other thing I wanted to show you, and excuse me, I'm sitting out here by a tree that is really giving me allergies. But anyway, and so what I want to point out here, it's a really simple operation, and you will find the directions. Right now I do not have it in eco mode, I have it in max mode. You have your on-off switch here. I'm now going to switch to eco mode. You press it, the snowflake, for a few seconds and then it'll turn to green, or you can press it and it'll turn to white to go back into max mode. When I had it attached to the Jackery in eco mode, it was consuming 40 watts. And again, the compressor only kicks in at, it cycles through. Once it gets to the temperature you want, then the compressor shuts off and doesn't start again until it needs to, address where maybe the inside temperature has dropped a bit. Very easy to operate. You want to raise the temperature, use that up arrow, decrease, you go there, and then you can even keep your finger on it, and I believe this will go all the way down to minus at least 2 here. So if you want to use it as a freezer, you can bring it down to a minus 0 temperature. Again, we've only had it about a week and a half, so we're using it for refrigeration. So, and then just to bring it back up to the speed we want, we'll jump up to where I have it set for today, and I got it set at 32. All right, let me show you, give me a second, I'll be right back. I'm going to move some things around here, and I'll show you when we're parked and we're not going to move for a day or so, how I position the refrigerator in our Class B. Okay, now this is the configuration once we get to the campsite. In our 2021 Winnebago Solus 59PX, we're able to swivel around both the driver's seat and the passenger seat, and we have enough room in between the two seats to position this right between them so it's out of the way. One thing to note, given that this is a compressor refrigerator, you don't have to be concerned about being level as you would with a propane refrigerator, but still I have a little knee pad that I just put underneath it to keep everything level inside. Another thing I wanted to point out is the ventilation ports for the compressor are in the side back portion, so you want to leave enough clearance for ventilation, and in this configuration between the seats it's fantastic, works really well. The other thing I want to point out, when you receive it you'll have to put the handles on, but these are very sturdy handles and very easy to attach. And I don't know if you can see it here, but it even has a charging pad on top for a cell phone that can, I guess, be magnetically charged. I had an old Windows phone which I really loved at one time, and I was able to put it on a plate to charge. So we have Android, so we don't use that feature. And hopefully you'll see this again. We have a freezer part and a refrigerator part. So if we were to make this part a freezer, we have a small amount of space back here that would work as a refrigerator. And right now, if I look, I have it about 32 degrees. I don't know if we can pick that up, 32 degrees. And then on this temperature gauge, we want to look at this one here. It says 53. So as I understand it, there is roughly a 25 degree differential between this compartment and that compartment. And when we were up there at Lakeside Prosser Campground up in Truckee, California, we used this as a refrigerator side, and then I kept my Stella beer and Fat Tire beer on this side, and it kept it just, cool enough, so it worked out very well. And the other thing, as you can see, it opens in this orientation, where some of these other DC compressor the top opens more like a traditional cooler. So again, this is the BougeRV 53 quart refrigerator freezer. I'll have the link to both this and the Jackery in the description on Amazon. If you want to help support the channel and you're interested in buying either of those items, please use our links. At the time of purchase, which this is the 7th of July, so it would have been a week or so ago, this was roughly, I believe, $389. If Lori was here, she would give you her opinion, but it really worked out well for us. And while there is some difference between the temperature stated on the display and what's inside, and it was roughly 4 or 5 degrees, I was noticing, pretty consistent, and the temperature would vary. It was up in the high 80s, low 90s up where we were camping. So I do believe as the ambient temperature changes, temperatures inside are going to vary a little bit, but they were totally acceptable. We were able to keep our food below 40 degrees, so we were, not in the danger zone. You want to be 40 degrees or lower. The capacity was fantastic. You can take this center thing out and you can fit a whole 12-pack of beer in there if that's something you want to do. And it's really been performing well. Now granted, we've only had it 7 or 8 days, 9 days, but we're very happy with the purchase. And based upon our experience, although it is limited, if you're looking for a compressor DC powered 12 volt refrigerator freezer, we strongly recommend that you take a look at the BougeRV. This is the 53 quart. I think they have a 32 quart and a smaller one, so you have some options there, but so far so good, and really easy to purchase over Amazon. And I imagine there are other places where you can purchase this product as well. So I think that's about it. Again, I just wanted to give you kind of a practical review based upon our usage over the last week and a half. And you know, the technical information can be found on BougeRV website. Oh, I do want to say, when I was in eco mode, I was roughly drawing 40 watts off of the Jackery 1000 power station, and similar watts, about 43 off the Jackery Explorer 240, which is a 200 watt power station. So, in my plugged into my solar system, it's really fantastic. I don't know exactly what the amps are. I figured between my two refrigerators I might consume about the built-in refrigerator is 2.4 amps, and I believe that this BougeRV is in the 3 to 4 amp range. So when you're trying to calculate amp hours required to run the refrigerator, that information is available on the BougeRV website. All right. Other than that, I don't have too much to say. If you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up. And if Lori was here, she would go like, share, and subscribe. As always, we appreciate it when you take some time to drop into the channel. And what really drives the channel are your comments and questions. If you have questions, I'm sure there's a lot we've not answered. We'd be happy to respond to your questions, and we'll do that quickly. But other than that, till next time.